Good morning, children. Hope you all are healthy and fit. So, let's start today's session. We are learning the 1.1 chapter. The name of the chapter is What is Respiratory System? Okay, so let's recapitulate the previous session. Last session we learned about what is respiratory system. So, the system which is responsible for taking in air and giving out the air is called the respiratory system. I repeat, the system which is responsible for taking in oxygen and giving out the carbon dioxide is called the respiratory system. Last session we learnt about upper respiratory tract. So, respiratory tract divides into two, upper and lower. The upper respiratory tract, the components is here mouth, this is the nose, inside is the nasal cavity, then larynx, then pharynx and larynx. Okay. So, today's topic will be the parts of lower respiratory system and function of various parts of the lower respiratory system. So, you just have a look on this. In the picture, you can see once again. See students, I will tell you the upper respiratory tract. You can see once again. See here, here you can see the nose. It is not showing full, but you can see the nose, nasal cavity. Okay, then you can see the epiglottis, pharynx, larynx, and then trachea. Okay, so the lower respiratory tract starts from the trachea. What is trachea? Trachea is the windpipe, okay, through which the air will pass. In third class, you have learnt about the food pipe or esophagus. Through the food pipe or esophagus, food will pass, and through trachea or the windpipe, air will pass. Okay. Now, trachea divides into the bronchi, B-R-O-N-C-H-I, bronchi. Bronchi divides into the bronchioles. See the spelling here, B-R-O-N-C-H-I-O-L-E-S, bronchioles. Bronchi divides into the bronchioles. At the end of the bronchioles, there are alveoli. Okay, there are alveoli, A-L-V-E-O-L-I, alveoli. It is in the lungs. Okay, so and finally there is the diaphragm. So students, you just look the picture very carefully. It will start. You can see the trachea here, T-R-A-C-H-E-A, trachea. You just see the trachea divides in the bronchi. Okay, and bronchi divides into the two parts, that is the bronchioles, and at the end of the bronchiole there is the alveoli. Understand? Now we will talk about the trachea. Okay, I am repeating once again students, the respiratory system is divided into two parts, that is upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. Upper respiratory tract contains the nose and the nasal cavity. Here you can see the pharynx and in the larynx. Understand? Okay. And the lower respiratory system or lower respiratory tract starts from the trachea. Okay, we can say trachea or windpipe. You see the trachea, picture of the trachea. Okay, what is trachea? It is a tube-like structure, carry the air from throat to the lungs. Carry the air from throat to the lungs. Understand? And it extends, means it starts from the larynx, then it branches into the bronchi. Okay, it starts, means it extends from larynx, means it starts from the larynx and it ends into the bronchi. Okay, here we will know about the bronchi and bronchioles. you can see it is in the picture. You can see it is very clear. It is a picture of trachea or the windpipe. The trachea is divided into the two parts, that is the bronchi, B-R-O-N-C-H-I, bronchi. Trachea divides into two tubes, B-R-O-N-C-H-I, that is called bronchi. One enters into the right side of the lungs and another enters into the left side of the lungs. I repeat once again, in the picture you can see the trachea, T-R-A-C-H-E-A, trachea or windpipe. Trachea or windpipe divides into two tubes, that is called bronchi. One tube or one bronchi goes to the right side of the lungs and another enters the left side of the lungs. Bronchioles. See, here the bronchi divides into the many branches. Those branches are called the bronchioles. So, what is bronchioles? Bronchi branch into many parts. That is called the bronchioles. Or you can say bronchi branch off from larger bronchioles branch off from larger bronchi and enter the lungs. You think it is like a tree. Okay. So, if it is, I know it is very difficult. So, I am repeating you once again. So, here is the trachea. Trachea divides into bronchi. Okay. One part goes to the right side of lungs. Another part goes to the left side of the lungs. Okay. And these bronchi branch into the bronchioles. They all are located in the lungs. Okay. Next is the alveoli. At the end of the bronchioles, there is tiny, small balloon shaped things. This is called alveoli or air sac. Okay. So, alveoli or air sac. At the end of the bronchioles, there is air sac. We can call them alveoli. Whenever we will breathe in, means we will take in the air, it will filled with the air. These bronchioles will filled with the air. The outside skin is very thin. Okay. And what is the main function? The main function is to the exchange of gases. Blood will take the oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide here. Okay. The blood from the whole body will come to the lungs. It will take the oxygen and it will remove the carbon dioxide here. So, what is alveoli? You can say alveoli or air sac. At the end of bronchioles, they are at the air sac. It is balloon shaped, and the outside, the skin, outside layer, you can say it is very thin. Whenever we will breathe in, it is filled with the air. What is the main function? The main function is to the exchange of gases. Blood will pick up, will take in the oxygen and it will remove the carbon dioxide here. Okay. So, students, finally come the diaphragm. What is diaphragm? Diaphragm is a muscle. Okay. It is located just below the lungs and heart. Heart, we forget about the heart. It is located below the lungs. You see in the picture, it is a muscular thing. Diaphragm, D-I-A, diaphragm, P-H-R-A-G-M, diaphragm. So, it is the primary muscle, or it is the muscle, forget about the primary, it is the muscle that is used in the respiration, and it is located just below the lungs. Let's recapitulate once again. So, we are learning here, this session we learn about the lower respiratory tract. It starts from the trachea or windpipe. Trachea divides into bronchi. One goes into the right side, another goes right side of the lungs, another goes into the left side of the lung. Bronchi divides into the bronchioles. Okay, inside the bronchioles there are air sac or alveoli where the exchange of gases will be take place. And finally comes the diaphragm. It is a muscle that will be used in the respiratory process or respiration. You understand? And students, once you look at this picture where you can see the left lung is red in color, diaphragm in yellow color. Okay, you see that, you will understand. So hereby I am going to finish my session. Class task, please you do the class task in rough notebook as I told you before, and notes whatever I will give you, that you have to write it down in the science notebook. Okay, and whatever notes, whatever I am teaching you, you please go through from your textbook so that you will not forget. Okay, so hereby I am going to finish my session. Thank you for hearing me.